I got a new hairstyle. What you guys think, huh? Yeah. So I thought I'd do a little throwback review for the first Doctor Strange, since I am actually going to see the second one today. My review for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness should be out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But today we're going to be talking about the first Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is directed by Scott Derrickson and stars Benedict Cumberbatch, Rachel McAdams, Chiwetel Ejiofor, hope I said that right, I tried, Benedict Wong, Mads Mikkelsen, and Tilda Swinton. I actually just rewatched it just because I hadn't seen it in a while, and I would say this movie's aging pretty well. It's definitely got some of the best visual effects in the MCU to date. I love how his origin story deals with the internal conflict of using his magical powers for good or for selfish reasons. I mean, the whole reason that he goes and finds these powers is because he wants to heal his hands, because he's a surgeon, and you can't be a surgeon with shaky hands. I find that to be a very real-world idea. I think in real life, if I were to get powers, I would definitely struggle with the idea of either using them for the good of humanity or to do things that I do now more efficiently. There's definitely a selfish aspect to getting powers. That's something that I don't think a lot of superhero movies necessarily focus on as much as this one, and I really like that. I love all the actors in this movie. I love their characters. Rachel McAdams doesn't have a whole lot of screen time, but I thought she killed it. This movie also introduced us to Benedict Wong. I do think people would have preferred if the Ancient One was cast with somebody with the same, ethnicity of the actual character in the comics, but Chiwetel is great in this. I definitely left this movie wanting to see his character more. And Mads Mikkelsen is just great at playing that generic bad guy that, doesn't have a whole lot of backstory to him. Some really, really cool action sequences in this one. I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch is just perfect for Doctor Strange. That is just one of those great castings. And I would honestly put this up as one of my favorite MCU movies. But it's not a perfect movie. There's definitely some things here and there that I noticed when I watched it, such as some pacing issues. I feel like some moments are dragged out a little more than they should, and other moments, like his training, aren't long enough. And that normally wouldn't bother me, but we saw a very similar origin story with Batman Begins, and I feel like the first half of Batman Begins just focuses so much on him going on that journey and becoming this person who has the ability to beat some ass. And in Doctor Strange, they kind of just rushed through that, and I would have liked to see a little bit more time with him learning how everything works. I just feel like it doesn't feel right for him to basically overnight be able to use these powers super well all of a sudden. This one also suffers from having a very generic villain. I feel like Mads Mikkelsen is definitely doing his greatest with what he's got. Like, we just don't know a whole lot about his character besides what his goal is. But I will say that the final battle, or the final villain, or whatever you want to call it at the end, while it is another CGI villain, I felt like it was different enough. It was definitely more of like a mind battle than it was a physical battle. And that's refreshing. And I feel like that's why this movie manages to stick the landing despite its flaws. And with all of those thoughts, I'm gonna give Doctor Strange an 8.25 out of 10. I love Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He's definitely one of my favorite characters in the MCU. And I hope Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness lives up to my expectations. I've definitely lowered them a little bit because at the time of this recording, some of the first reviews have started to come out, and they're definitely mixed. Some people seem to feel like it didn't really hit their expectations, and so that's why I lowered mine. But let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this first Doctor Strange movie? Are you seeing Doctor Strange 2 this week? And also, there is a Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness GFUEL flavor, Orange Madness, which you can actually order now, and GFUEL code DannyD is 30% off. Save yourself some dinero, support my content, it's a win-win. And also, if you guys like these reviews, you want me to keep them coming, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one. And guys, if you made it this far in the video, be sure to comment the word strange, because if you comment the word strange, I know you watched the whole thing and you're a real one. Stay tuned for many more reviews, and as always, stay safe, be nice to each other out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!